Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're underway at Hard Rock. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They get 23 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. First down, here's Lamar. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that first down carry.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Running once more with Henry. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Lamar now from the gun. Just got it away before the hit button. It doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
A 36-yard attempt.
Whoops, knocks it through. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
What a season this guy has had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Ready.
Gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. They're going play action. He locates Daniel Bellinger. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 26. And it's going to be first down Miami.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34. Running with Achane here out of the gun. He has room past the 25. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Devon Achane with the touchdown.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive.
Jason Sanders, the kick mark for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up first and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Offense still line. This is 2nd and 4. Flying down the middle of Henry. This drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third and just 2 to go.
Report.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He's caught. He's got ground. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. They strike for 23 yards. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. One of the rare instances there, Brock, where the quick slant doesn't win against zone coverage. He just couldn't hang on to the football.
No, we know this, Kate. In man coverage, it's about that separation, right?
Yeah.
You've got to win and create leverage versus zone. It's all about that anticipation and accuracy, and if you're not on point, that zone defender can break it up.
Throwing again is Lamar. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
Jackson now on third. Escapes out to the left. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you can take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback so he could scramble for the first.
For the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
Looking good, but just a little too far left. He missed it. And this will remain a 4-point game.
So in the end, the armchair quarterbacks, Kate, are going to tell you the more aggressive-minded play caller would have been correct. It would have been a better decision to go for it as they come up with nothing from that field goal try.
Here we go. Start. Ready.
On first down, they're going to start out with Achane. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Mustang 19. Trap 60. Trap 60. Warrior 70. Ready.
They're throwing it. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Ready.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
79. Here we go. Here we go. 70 Timberwolf. 18. 19 Lions. Cut 19.
Throwing from the gun here. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Come on. Come on. Hey. Panther 6.
And the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. And he'll get him a handful on that run as we've reached the end of the first. That's the end of our opening quarter. The Dolphins out to an early advantage. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Connects on the crosser. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. off this offense. Looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff.
Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. And it didn't look like he was seriously considering a return there, did it? So that touchback going to come out to the 35. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10. Now here's Lamar. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and brings up 2nd down.
Playing zone coverage in the NFL, we focus so much on the safeties and corners, but so many times it's the linebackers that are the X factors. They make that zone defense go. Tremendous awareness to knock that ball away.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Completed to Flowers. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Dolphins bring out a 5th defensive back on 3rd. There he is on 3rd and short. That's caught for the 1st. He takes it down to the 33. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back still doing it to this day.
Flush down out to his left. Oh, look at this, here he goes. Down to the 10. Now hit, and Jackson loses the ball. And that goes out through the end zone. So a costly turnover, a would-be touchdown. Gonna be a touchback instead. Ball coming out to the 20.
Well, that looked like a last-gasp effort to deny them a touchdown. He came with one final wild swing at the ball, and he connects. They get off the field with the touchback, but they're celebrating like they dove on it themselves.
Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll start the drive with Achane. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Here we go. Set. Lightning, 18.
Throwing from the gun. That's caught. Devon Achane. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that is the Dolphins' 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Achane, a 1st down carry. And he's going to manage a long yard on that drive up the gut. Justin Madubuike making that stop.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Panthers, 60 Maverick, 67 block, 19 right.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. It's his running back. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They get 19 on that pickup. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the the 48-yard line.
On the jump. 2, 18, 5, 7, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 60 Bearcats, 60.
Back to throw. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. But he's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
70 Timberwolves. Mustang 19. Go.
He's going to throw it. On the move, past the 40. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that is a Dolphins first down. New set of downs for him from the 31.
18. Get up. 70 Lions. Warriors 70. 19 tight. 19 tight. Buffalo 18.
He's going to throw it again. Throwing the out route complete. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Okay, ready?
To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
Here we go, set. Panthers 6, Cougar 19.
There's A-Chain up the middle. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Ready?
Trying to run it in. A-Chain. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
2nd and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone.
Let's go. Panthers 6, trap 50, trap 6.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins grow their lead off the turnover. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Sanders all set to send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play into a great play.
They're going to keep moving forward, Bob, down inside the opposing 30. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More from Hard Rock Stadium after this. They'll come up on 1st and 10. Another run for Henry. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So he can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they've got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Play action. Here's Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Out of the gun, Henry. It's limited to a gain of about 3, which means they are well short. This is fourth down. Tyler Loop out for the Ravens to attempt this field goal. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder. Loop knocks it through. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points. A little bit of feel-good momentum.
All set up. Here's Loop to kick it away. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10.
Dragon 6, Hawk 70, Buffalo 18.
Airing it out to start this drive. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's 2nd down coming up. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch. But then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Still sticking with the passing game. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Let's go now. 65 Cats, 6 Bronco 80, 18 Pioneer, Trap 60, Trap 6, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Another throw here on 2nd down. Finds his man over the middle. He's not going to touch him down after a short pickup. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Okay, break.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Warriors 70. Let's go. Panther, Dragon 70, Buffalo 18.
To the air on 3rd and long. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So on 4th down, it's Ryan Wright out to punt it away. And this will be his first effort of the contest. This will be grabbed at the 5. And his return's going to leave him enough time for 2, maybe even 3 plays before the half. Only 17 seconds left for them as they begin this drive. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. He picks up 5 on that first down run, brings up second down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. First down run gets them 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. This is caught. Snaps Walker. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
First down. It's a gain of 45 yards. First down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Back to throw it. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins watches the return goes out of bounds, bringing us to the end of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10.
Check smash, go!
Second half begins with a run by Achane. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
18 Cardinal, 18.
They'll work against the blitz. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
79 Broncos. Ready.
He's dropping back to throw. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down.
I can say this definitively. That is not the way you thank your defense for giving you the football. Don't follow that other quarterback steps and toss it right back to him. You got away with it.
Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10.
Here we go, start.
It's Achane on the inside give. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins grow the lead coming out of halftime. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the upright. And the Dolphins grow the lead now to 22 points. Now after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Sanders all set to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of 3rd down.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Rolling left, and they get to him again! And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Takes it in at the 26. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go. 7 Pirates. 70.
Throwing off the play fake. On the move, headed right. Dumps it off to Achane. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Making that throw into double coverage to a running back, I don't want to live off of that, and I certainly am not going to count on it. But give some credit to the effort it took to make that catch. A whole bunch of bodies around him.
Ready.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Check. 18 Robbery. 18. 19 tight. 19 tight. 18 Pioneer.
They're going to try and throw it here. Pass caught by the rookie from Arkansas. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Dragon 60. Come 19. Come 60 Bobcat. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Warriors 70 Ranger. 79 Brock. Trap 60.
Back now, pressure coming. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
60 Maverick. 6 Stephanie. Count Mustang 19. Buffalo 18.
Throw here, 3rd down. Short pass brought in. He's got the 1st down grab and still going. He will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins grow their lead yet again. Sanders all set to send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens in very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jackson off the play action. Now we'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
He's in trouble, and the Dolphins get out. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
This overwhelming pressure in these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Emptying the backfield here. The offense going 5 wide on 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. He puts a air under it deep down the left. That's grabbed inside the 30. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Zay Flowers, the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens trail by 22 now. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. A run now with Achane. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Cup 19, Cup 19, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Back to throw now. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Come on, 60 ball catch, 70 yard dragon, trap 60, trap 60.
Now looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that is the Dolphins' 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Get it! Viking 18!
Now Achane. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
These these big D tackles in this league. They love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
18 reps. Here we go. Start. Panther and left. 18. 5 in. Ready.
He'll look to throw. That's completed right side. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. They get 22 out of that play. And it's going to be first down Miami.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff for Achane. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Down. Rocco 80.
So we're through 3 here. It's Dolphins football. They don't got to do much. They've already earned a massive lead. Second down now. They need 7.
Hey. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. And he will take it in. Touchdown Miami. The Dolphins put up even more points in a win. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins continue piling on to this lead.
42. Ravens 13.
Sanders all set to send it away.
For Miami.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready, shot.
The drive begins with Henry. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. All right, short on marker for the moment, but they've got 3rd and short coming up from their own 44.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line, just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs. Turning to Henry on 3rd. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
A gain of 3 on the play. 1st down, Ravens.
First and 10 now from the 46. Running once more with Henry. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
This is Henry on second. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
From the pistol, Henry. Same guy, same results. He's brought it up for a second time. That's going to bring him to fourth down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Running for it. Here's Henry. A lot of space ahead. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. So 21 yards and the first. What a call to go for it there on 4.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
They've got first down here from the 36. There's a dive up the middle. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
First down. Here's Lamar. Pass pulled in by Henry. Great coverage all the way to the sideline. They're on him to end that quick pass before he can get vertical. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Ravens just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. All right, here we go. Second down. A toss now to Henry. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
Well, that safety came flying, and we know he is never afraid to mix it up, and he loves to dish out a big hit.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be stopped well shy of that first down marker. Call it a yard. That means fourth down coming up.
A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
Tyler Luke out for the Ravens to attempt this field goal. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. Luke knocks it through, and the deficit shrinks to 26.
This is a case of just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, make it a hair closer in the box score.
This return starts at the 5. Good work so far. He's got room. And the work already half done thanks to that run back. They're taking over at midfield.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field. And you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
Up to take a knee on second down.
18 Cardinal.
We're drawn up for him. So in the end, it's a Dolphins win here. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb, going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happens over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Huard and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Miami.